everybody, it's Melissa, and this video is for Lyas, L-L-Y-A-S. Shout out to one of my subscribers. They left a comment on one of my videos and said verbatim, do a review of BANÍ, gang. And I know I just sounded super uncool saying that out loud, but just so you know that I read your comment, this one's for you, all right? As always, discount codes for 15% off, discount links for you guys in the comment section below. Of course, always buy where you're comfortable and try samples first, all right? If you're unsure, if prices are a bit too high, always get like a sample of it, do a few sprays, and see how you enjoy the fragrance, all right? So all that information in the description box and in the pinned comment section below. So BANÍ, Day 3. This is my favorite fragrance from the brand. It used to be Philosophia, but it switched to this one because I could use it more. And I've been talking a lot more about this fragrance lately because I finally have the full bottle of it in my possession, and it's just way better to show you the bottle than to just show you a little sample of it. Now, what does BANÍ smell like? Two things, mango and sugarcane. All right, there's also some other notes, florals such as jasmine, there's white musk in the base. I will say the florals, not that noticeable to me, truly, but if you're somebody that notices that when you wear fragrances with musk, your skin gets a little bit powdery, it smells a little bit powdery, then kind of anticipate that because there is musk in this fragrance. But those first two notes that I mentioned is really what this thing smells like to me. So when I say mango, I'm not talking artificial or candied mango, nothing synthetic. It smells so realistic. And the association that I've made with this fragrance when I tried this on skin was when I would go visit the Philippines and go to my nanai's house, my grandma's house, right? And she would have somebody pick a mango in the backyard for me. And what she would do, or what this person would do, is they take the mango and they do two slices, right? They do, basically, they'll just try to slice the seed in the middle out, and then you basically take out the skin, you eat around the seed, and then you get a spoon, and then you just shovel in the rest of the mango, like the two slices that you have in your hand. When you're a kid, though, it's a little bit fancier, right? So your nana, your tata, or your parents, whatever, they'll do those little tic-tac-toe marks on it, right? Make it real pretty. Then they flip it inside out. It looks like a flower. It looks like a porcupine. Then you're eating this mango-y goodness, and it's perfectly ripe, and you're just in a tropical country, and everything just feels amazing. So when I say mango, it's mango in a perfect sense that it hits a really good balance, because you know you're enjoying a fruit and that already makes you feel good, right? But it's just so perfectly sweet and ripe that it feels like you're eating a dessert, you know? So that's the kind of mango that I'm talking about here. And BANÍ is a place in the Dominican Republic where they are known to just grow the juiciest mangoes in the world. It's also the hometown of the owner of this brand. So this fragrance, the inspiration of it is her upbringing and what she was around, you know, growing up and stuff like that. So I just think it's perfectly fitting, of course, and it's such a delicious fragrance. Now, the sugarcane is where I would just put the big asterisk, because a lot of people assume sugarcane means, oh, it's sugar, so it's got to smell candyish, it's got to be really sweet. Sugarcane is more of this green, earthy sort of smell. And in a lot of places like the Dominican Republic, even in the Philippines, a lot of people grow sugarcane in their backyard. Like my mom, for example, when she was growing up, they, like her siblings, just the whole neighborhood would munch on sugar canes, and they would be picking mangoes from trees and stuff like that. So it's this really organic, just natural way of like eating like hand-picked fruits, you know what I mean, from your backyard, from your neighbor's backyard. And I believe it was the same thing for the owner, Vanessa, where she would munch on sugarcane as well. So for those of you that have had that experience, when you smell this fragrance, you're gonna know exactly what I am talking about. For me, I have yet to munch on sugarcane, but just smelling this scent, it just takes me back to like being in a place like the Philippines, being in a tropical place, enjoying just the best fruits that the place has to offer. And it's just really like an unforgettable experience. And this is also an unforgettable scent. So let's talk about performance. Performance with BANÍ is easily over 12 hours with one spray. I am not exaggerating. That's actually me being very conservative with numbers. Because if you want to talk real numbers, this thing will push past a day with one spray on skin. I kid you not. If you apply this on clothes with 1 or 2 sprays, be ready for that sweater, that shirt, that jacket, that dress to, like, that thing will be smelling like BANÍ for at minimum 2 to 3 days. When I went to Arizona and I applied this fragrance on the one hoodie I had, until I came all the way home to California, it straight up still smelled like BANÍ after those days. So this fragrance does not play. If you are somebody that's always complaining about performance, you're not going to complain about it with this scent. The only way I could see anybody complaining is if they apply it and they go nose blind to the fragrance and then they just assume, oh, it's been 30 minutes, it's no longer on me. That girl lied, it doesn't perform. Please know that going nose blind is very, very common. And also going nose blind and people just not moisturizing before they apply a fragrance are the 2 main culprits as to why they assume that things have bad performance, when in reality, it's more of a user error or just a lack of knowledge on certain things. So BANÍ definitely lasts over 12 hours, but the scent trail on this, amazing. When I first met the owner of this brand, she was wearing this fragrance. And I could smell it at about a 2 arms length radius from where she was. I was like, you smell, I'm like, that's BANÍ, huh? And she was like, yeah, like I'm wearing BANÍ. And the thing is, when I first tried this fragrance in New York back in December 2023, I tried this on a test strip along with La Tacita de Café and Philosophia. And BANÍ was okay. Like on a test strip, I really didn't care too much about it. I was just really enthralled with Philosophia, maybe because the cigar was out there and I got excited with that. But the smell of it on the test strip was right? But then on skin, it smelled so good. And then when I smelled this on her, I was like, that is an amazing scent. And even as of lately, I've tried wearing this fragrance a couple times and it is just so amazing. So this is marketed as a unisex fragrance. Does it fall more feminine or masculine? I would say if I had to pick between one of those two, I would say it goes a little bit more feminine, but anybody could truly wear this fragrance. If you're a guy that straight up just wants to smell delicious and you want to wear a fragrance that's going to make people want to take a bite out of you, then throw on something like BANÍ, because it's very far and few where you find a really, really good mango fragrance, okay? And this just on anybody would smell fantastic. In terms of age, because that's always a big question I get, I could see this being a 20s and up fragrance. I'm not saying teenagers can't wear it, because you absolutely can, but it's just not the first thing that comes to my mind when I smell BANÍ. But again, like let's say you're in high school and you're into niche fragrances and you want to get bougie with it, I could recommend this because for one, the price isn't absolutely ridiculous. It's very rare for me to want to tell teenagers to buy a $300 perfume, a $250 perfume. You know what I'm saying? Always sample first, but this one's priced at $135 for the 50 ml for the exact one that I have in my hands, which falls in that designer range, right? From 70 to 150, 175 for like your YSLs, your Chanels, Dior's, all of those sort of things. But take another 15% off. This is like what, 115? So I think that is definitely a very reasonable price. I actually think this is underpriced for what it should be. Now, I'm sure if you were to get the 100 ml version, it's probably going to be $200, which is what I kind of assumed this size would be priced at. I would assume with this fragrance for a 50 ml, it would be 220, 215. But the fact that it's like 135, massive steal, massive steal. So definitely look into that if you're someone looking for a really nice niche fragrance that has amazing performance that nobody else is going to be having, that also is really good on the affordable side of things as well. So that's just something to consider. Now, this is an EDP concentration, and know that I believe they came out with, like, this is one of their newer bottles. If you see my older bottle of Philosophia, the cap is a little bit different. I think it's just, it's more straight edge. This one kind of has a more of a curve to it, which makes it easier to pull on and off. It's not magnetic, but I mean, it really doesn't have to be. It's a durable bottle. It's cute. It looks nice. And it's also very, very simple. So Let's also talk mass appeal and complement factor, because those are big things that people look at. This is a niche fragrance that will absolutely garner a lot of compliments. And that's something that is pretty rare when it comes to just niche fragrances as a whole, right? Because when most people think niche, a lot of the times they are more polarizing and they are harder for the average person to enjoy, right? So a lot of people that enjoy niche fragrances are people in this hobby that have collections that, you know, want to expand, want to try new things, want to view things more in an artistic way instead of a wearable way, right? But this is a fragrance that could be admired in an artistic way and also in a wearable way. If you, as somebody that enjoys this hobby, were to buy a fragrance like BANÍ or buy BANÍ, right, and wear this around your friends, your family, your colleagues, you're going to notice that, okay, yeah, people really, really love on this scent. Now, I find that BANÍ is an all seasons sort of fragrance, but when it comes to the summer, I would say not to wear it in the high heat, but wear it when the sun goes down. You know what I'm saying? Because this mixed with the high heat could potentially go in the wrong direction. It could make people feel a little bit nauseous. I have yet to try that, and I would not want to try that, but I feel like, you know, when that sun is setting, oof, this is going to be fantastic to wear if you enjoy, you know, summer nightlife experiences, whether you like to go to lounges, bars, clubs, just any like outdoor, like rooftop bars or outdoor dinner venues, you know what I'm saying? Like a walk on the beach wearing something like BANÍ on a summer night, or wearing this to a bonfire. So nice. But also it's springtime right now, so you can absolutely wear this 24/7. In the spring, in the fall, the fall and the winter, this will also do really, really well. So performance will never be a hindrance regardless of the season that you decide to pull out and wear this fragrance. I meant to say pull out this fragrance. Okay, anyways, so compliment factor we've established, really, really good with this scent. It has that artistic sort of vibe as well if you're someone that wants to admire more of that. And I will say what I enjoy about Day 3 is they're a brand that is very unapologetic with all of their creations, right? So it's not the type of brand that you see that you're going to smell something and you're like, okay, yeah, this was made to appeal to the masses, right? It's either you rock with it or you don't. They have I think maybe 9 fragrances right now, maybe 8 or 9 fragrances. All of them are drastically different from the last one. So they don't have like repeat smelling scents. So it's not a brand that I could see someone liking every single one of their fragrances. I'm sure that people do that, but it's definitely a brand that if you were to introduce it to somebody, or if you get a sample set of it, right, and you were to try it, there's going to be one that really hooks you in and that you really gravitate to. I think it'd be kind of rare to try all of the fragrances from them and not to like a single one of them. I think everybody, whether you're a novice in the fragrance game or you're somebody with an established collection of over 500 bottles, 1,000 bottles, if you were to try something from Day 3, there's going to be one that you resonate with, that you're like, okay, yeah, this is a really good perfume. So that's what I just have to say about the brand in general. I do have a video trying some of their fragrances, and there are some that I don't enjoy that you could see in that one, but BANÍ is for sure a winner. So if you're someone really looking for that mango fragrance, I truly believe that this is a no-brainer in that regard. Seriously, it's one of the best, it's the best mango fragrance that I've ever tried. Point blank period with it. All right, so that's all I have to say about it. For everybody else that's tried this fragrance, leave a comment in the comment section below. Tell people your experiences with it. People always want to read those things. Be very honest about it, whether you like it, whether you don't like it, if you enjoyed it but people around you didn't, or if it was more of a vice versa type of thing. And again, discount codes for 15% off this bottle or any orders over $100 is going to be in the comment section below pinned if you want to support the channel. But do know, y'all, that that is an affiliate code. So if you were to use that on a purchase, I do get a slight bit of commission. So please buy wherever you feel the most comfortable. Don't feel obligated to use that code if you don't want to. You could pay full retail. You could use something else. Do whatever you want to do. You're in full control. All right. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.